Hey, here we are at the Profit Insiders Facebook page. This is a page that my business partner and I, Tim Donovan, started to promote our product, Profit Insiders. And, as you can see here, we're still in the old Facebook layout. All the tabs are down here on the side. We've got a long rectangle vertical picture here. Yeah, everything's completely different, okay, than what it's going to look like. We've got our wall kind of like vertically going down. If you're familiar with the timeline, it's going to look completely different than it does right now. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and switch this over to timeline now. And then from there, I'm going to show you a couple things to do to get your page optimized, get it ready to go. We're also going to talk about how to add your autoresponder to your page so people can opt into your list. Talk about how to actually integrate your page with your blog or website. And then I'll briefly touch on Facebook ads and show you how to get started there if that's something that you're interested in. So let me go ahead and change this page over to timeline and we'll go from there. Okay, so here we are at the new Profit Insiders. I'm basically showing you how to build the page from scratch here because everything changes. If they change the format on you on your Facebook page, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. First of all, our profile picture has been completely butchered. We now have just a square image here, and whatever we had before is just not going to show up. You'd actually have to click on it to see it, but that's not even what we want. Okay, so we're going to get rid of that. We're also going to be able to add a cover photo right here that's going to be really cool. It's going to describe our product. And let's see. Then we're also got some other tabs and stuff here that we'll be able to access as well. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is open our admin panel. You want to come over here to manage. Click on edit page. By default, it's going to land here on manage permissions where you can unpublish your page at any time if you want to work on it and not have people come to it. But then also you'll want to come down to basic information. Here you can change your category or brand at any time. But what you want to do is you want to come to username and you want to set up your username. Okay, so here in this section it's going to give you an opportunity to create a username for your page, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Right now, if you look at Break Free from Fat, it's just going to have a bunch of numbers coming out here. But now we own facebook.com/profitinsiders, so it's kind of like your own personalized domain. Okay, so you want to go up there to basic information and you want to request the username for whatever you want to call your page. Okay, so when you give people this URL, you want it to be nice and uniform and pretty. So right now, if I give somebody facebook.com/profitinsiders and they go to this site, it's going to take them right here to my page. Okay, so that's what we want. Very first thing we do. Second thing we do is we're going to change our profile image. Okay, so you want to pick a profile image that's 180 by 180 pixels. I'm just going to take this photo and chop it up in Photoshop, but whatever you do, just make sure it's a square image so it shows up properly in this section. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So what you'll do is just come up here, hover over the picture, and click Edit Profile Picture, and then click on Upload Photo from your computer. Okay, so now I have my cover photo here. Looks really good. 180 by 180 pixels, nice square image. I just doctored that up in Photoshop. Now I want to add my cover. So this is my profile, and I'm going to add my cover. So click here, hit OK, and upload photo. Okay, now I got my cover up. Looks pretty cool. Nice little eye-catching color here. Kind of stands out. My web designer will probably want to come in and redo this, but just for the purposes of this demonstration, I wanted to do that for you. So the next thing you're going to want to edit is this About section. So you just come up to Admin Panel, Manage, Edit Page, and Basic Information. Okay, here you can change your category, brands. Here's your About, hands-on membership teaching you how to make money online. Okay,
So we'll probably just leave that how it is for now. It's fine. But you can put anything you want there. Just know that whatever you put here will show up in the About section. So keep in mind, if you want to learn more about all this, you can just click on Admin Panel, go to Help, click on Learning Video. There's a 6-segment video that's really good where you can learn all about Facebook and the switch to timeline and everything else you need to know to fill in the gaps. We basically just want to get you started here, so let's hide this again. The next thing I want to talk about is this area. It's the final area that's really above the fold besides your statuses. In this area, right now, you only see 2 tabs. Okay, you see photos, which is here to stay. That's not going to move. That's going to be here the whole time. No matter what order you put the rest of your tabs in, you'll have this one here. Then you also have 3 more that it will show. Right now we only have 2, but it'll show 3 or 4 total. And then if you click this button, you can see that you have actually room for I believe 8 total tabs. But what we want to do right now is we want to download the first application that is essential for you on your Facebook page, and that's going to be the static HTML iframe tab. What that's going to allow you to do is communicate with your fans with one piece of content, and then communicate with the people that are visiting your page that haven't liked your page yet with a completely different piece of content. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So to download static HTML iframe tab, all you do is go here, type in static HTML. By that point it should come up. And then it says you're using Facebook as your page. You have to continue as your profile, and then add static HTML to a page. And then you just choose the page you want to add it to, and then go back to your page. So now I want to see this static HTML iframe tab. So basically I would click here, I would go to Add, and I would click down here on static HTML iframe tabs. Cool. So I already had this tab in here, I just didn't have it in the favorites. But what you want to do is you can change this picture by clicking on this button anytime and editing settings. You can change the name of the tag, and you can change the picture by clicking here. But to change the name, let's say instead of welcome, so I'm going to say learn more. And then that'll change here. Okay. So let's say I want to switch this tab with this. All I would do is come in here and switch with likes. Cool. So now we have 3 tabs right here. Okay, so the static HTML iframe tab, basically you're going to have 2 HTML boxes. One for people that haven't seen your page, or haven't liked your page rather, and then one for people that have, so one for your fans. So it's good teaser content. They call this a like gate. So, you know, you could have some video or some piece of content in here that they have to like before they can see it. Okay, and there's lots of ways to communicate that. We had a web designer create us a template, and you can do all kinds of Google searching to figure out exactly what you want to put in here, but I'll just show you what ours looks like. So if you come to preview, basically this is what you land on if you haven't liked the page yet. This is just the public access. So it says like us to find out how to get started with Profit Insiders, and then down here you can't click get started until you like it, and that was one of the tabs. Then once you like the page, now you have a button you can click here, which actually takes you to the sales page. Okay, so that's just one example of something you can do. Like I said, you can have a video in there, you could have an ebook or some kind of content in here that they could access after they like you. So it's a good way to entice people to like your page and get more likes, because more likes lends itself to more social proof, more people coming to your site and trusting you, because at the end of the day, people trust other people in a way. So the more likes you can have on your page, the better. Okay, so that's number one app. Second only to this next app I want to show you, which is basically how to download your autoresponder or your squeeze page to your page here. So you should have already been through the training in Aweber and in the email marketing section, so you should know all about Aweber. You should have your account set up by now. You should have your autoresponder, your forms, and all that stuff ready to go. Okay? Because what you're going to do is essentially you're going to come back to search and type in Aweber. You find the Aweber email marketing app. And then you just have to add app to page. And choose from your pages here. So I would choose Profit Insiders and then click Add Page tab. Okay, so once again back in my page, I've already updated this picture. I wanted to change the name here from email sign up. That doesn't sound very enticing. Maybe come down to edit settings and change it to VIP list. Sounds pretty cool. Okay, and then we can swap this out with likes as well. And from here, basically just click on this, and we can see we have like a little sample form up here. We haven't customized this or anything, but this is just the form that we created in Aweber. So basically, once you install this app and you open this page up for the first time, it's going to ask you to come up here, go to your admin panel, go to manage, go to edit page, go to apps, and then click go to app here. And from this point you'll log into your Aweber account, and then once you're in your Aweber account, you'll just choose from a drop down menu the list that you'd like to attach to this form and the actual form. Okay, so we've got our form in here right now. Nothing special. Obviously we're going to update it because nobody's going to enter their name and email to this. It doesn't even tell you what to do. There's not even a call to action. But this is just an example, okay? So you can go on Aweber and create a pretty stellar form with a nice call to action and all that, and that should all be in the training that you receive. But just for all intents and purposes, I just wanted to show you how to do it on Facebook. Okay, so a couple other things I wanted to show you before we leave the page here. Obviously, you're still going to have a status bar where you can update your status. You can put a photo in. You can put a YouTube video in here. Very cool. Always recommend whenever you're posting to put a photo in or something engaging that's going to get people to look at it and read it. This is basically going to be your wall. Other people can actually comment on your post. They can post on your wall too, so that's pretty cool. It's a great way to have a conversation with your market. Then milestone here is going to be date based, so you put the date and the story here. You can put a photo up, and the cool thing about milestone is that this picture is going to go across your whole timeline all the way across here at a specific time and date. Okay, and keep in mind that you can always go back in and change the date of your posts and timelines to, obviously timeline just started, but businesses have been around for a while, so you can go in and put your milestones in for when they happened in the past, and it'll automatically update on the timeline. So that's a cool feature. Another cool feature of the Facebook timeline is that people can actually people can post and send a private message to your business, to your page, and now you can actually communicate with that person back privately, and before you couldn't do that. So that's pretty awesome. It's one small step towards being able to reach out more to your customers on Facebook. So that about wraps it up for customizing your Facebook page. I really like Facebook Timeline for businesses. I like the progression, the story you can tell. I really like this big picture right here. I like the tabs. The only thing you can't do with the new Facebook page is send someone to a default tab. Before, you could go up to your permissions and send someone automatically to your squeeze page or to your like gate just by giving them this URL. You can't do that anymore. This is going to be the URL that facebook.com/profitinsiders is going to go to no matter what. What I can do is click on this arrow, click this drop down menu, and hit link to this tab, and that's going to give me a link that I can give people. So let's say you come to this site, and this is what you're going to see if you haven't liked the page yet. So I can give you this link, and that'll send you right to my site here. Okay, you can also do that for your squeeze page. So once you get your squeeze page up and running and you have a nice custom form, then now you have basically Facebook's hosting a squeeze page for you. So that's pretty darn cool. Okay, so the main things that you want to do are customize your page, start using these posts to communicate with your audience, and kind of a general rule of social media and Facebook especially is don't always be promoting. Okay, this isn't Glenn Gary, Glenn Ross. You're not ABC. You're not always be closing. Okay, so social media is really about having a conversation and building trust. So don't be afraid to tell your customers and tell your fans about cool stuff that's going on in your market. You know, send people to cool blogs, send people to cool videos, show cool stuff, and then every 3 or 4 posts promote something, promote your product, promote someone else's product. You know, as an aggregator, which is basically, you know, what you're going to be if you're providing cool content for other people, you're still going to get the credit for that content. You're still going to be considered the source of it. So you're only going to sound smarter. You're only going to sound more trustworthy. You're only going to mark yourself as the expert. So use this page, have a conversation, share. The more articles and posts that you share, the more people are going to share your articles and posts, and just the more fans and followers you're going to get, and the more money you're going to make. So the main things we want to do to monetize our page is A, have this VIP list or email list set up in Aweber, so we can start building a list and start emailing people. And we also want to have the static HTML iframe tab, basically to get more likes, and also so we can funnel people to our products, to, you know, whatever we want to send people to. Okay, so if we're just trying to, you know, make a quick buck, we can just send someone straight to a product. We can give somebody some free content, build some trust, and then monetize that person on the back end through our emails. It's really up to you. After enough time of testing, you'll figure out what's right for you and your niche. But that about wraps it up for customizing your Facebook section. In the next few videos, I'm going to talk about linking up and integrating your Facebook page with your WordPress blog and your websites. We'll also talk about some other applications you can download to spruce up your page even more. And then we'll get into some Facebook advertising for any of you that are interested in that and want to learn more. I won't go too in depth, but we'll talk about it a little bit. So thanks again for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next video.